Off. Oh, hello everybody, and welcome back to the We Are Not Lonely podcast. I was actually expecting to be doing this with Leo today, but unfortunately, he wasn't able to make it. And for legal reasons, I would like to reiterate that this is not a case of the dungeonitis thing, okay? He is not sitting somewhere in a dungeon, and that's totally not the reason why he's not here, okay? He's not locked with adequate food and water, and that's totally not why he's not here, okay? He's got things to do, personal things, and hence he is not here today. Okay. To start off with, let's get the important things out of the way. I just found out that the dick veins are here to stay. Yes, friends. Yes, my friends. It's amazing news. But they didn't really take out the dick veins from Snickers. For those of you who do not know what I'm talking about, there was a post sometime, probably like a day or a couple of like a week back, that people took out the dick vein from Snickers. Now, I had a couple of discussions with my friends, and obviously, like, we all agreed that dick veins are the reasons that we're supposed to eat Snickers. But the thing I'm trying to say is this: I don't eat Snickers because it contains egg, but one of the reasons that you get Snickers is because of it's like an experience. Snickers without the dick veins just felt so wrong, and I'm glad and I'm thankful to Snickers for coming out and standing up and supporting what the consumer wants. So the dick veins are here to stay, people. Don't worry, it's not going anywhere. Just for proof, I will put the actual tweet from the company, not in the description. Maybe I'll add it in the description, but like it should show up on the screen sometime. But now, okay, cool. Now, since we spoke about Twitter, let's just get to the next order of business, which is obviously the meme lord, the supreme meme lord, Elon Musk buying Twitter. Now, I'm just going to say this, like, I'm not a huge fan of billionaires, but it's not because I'm a communist, it's just because I'm, like, super jealous of them. Yes, the only reason I don't like billionaires is because I'm not one myself. I'm being very honest here, but yeah. So this guy can just go out and say stuff like, I'm going to buy Twitter, and he can actually do it. I wish I could do that. I wish I could go out and say, I'm gonna buy Pornhub and actually fucking buy it. But I can't, because I'm like, I'm nowhere near the wealth levels of meme lord, supreme daddy Elon Musk. I'm not like, now I just want to clarify that I am not like a billionaire simp or a bit of an Elon simp. I'm just clarifying that right out of the bat. But the thing is, I just want you to know this, man. Like, there's a lot of questions that can be raised about the whole capitalism and the lack of tax payments, and like, should we really punish somebody for playing the game so well that they've accumulated X amount of wealth past a certain... Now, I'm all for taxation and all of that, but honestly, like, I think that's a conversation for another time. I'm still exploring that entire area, and I don't want to make comments about it, especially when I am not as well informed. Right? I want to be more informed on the topic before I comment about it. But anyway, let's get back to the point that's really tickling my scrot, as Leo would have said it. My man, Elon Musk, started out by buying Twitter. Now, if I had any balls and brains, like perhaps like a couple of weeks back, as soon as the initial news came out, I should have bought like Twitter stock. I knew in my scrot... This is becoming a thing, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, our podcast is gonna have to go into 18 plus territory just because of this damn joke. Okay? But I knew in my scrot, from the bottom of my scrot, that this was gonna be a thing. Okay? And especially when Elon Musk declined a board member position, purely because that would have limited him from the in buying additional amount of stock, right? So he would have been limited to, as I understand it, like a 9%. I don't know if these figures are accurate, but let's just put it out there, right? If Elon Musk had become a member of the Twitter board, the board of directors, it would have meant that he couldn't purchase beyond a certain amount of stock. Alright. Now, as soon as he said no to that, that was the second time I had the feeling in my scrot. But unfortunately, I don't live in the state where it was possible for me. I mean, it could have been done, but like, I was slow. You know what? You snooze, you lose. And I fucking lost, man. God damn it. So yeah, so that's the thing, man. Like, Twitter is now privately... I mean, it was always privately owned, but like, Twitter is now owned by Elon Musk. Now, let's unpack that for a second, yeah? For the past couple of years, Twitter's been, especially Twitter and Jack Dorsey, have been abusing their ability to censor people. Now, Twitter is the equivalent of an online market square where anybody can go and like scream into a megaphone. Depending on the amount of wealth or like followers of thing that they had, they could reach a wider audience, obviously. But the point was like, people could go onto the Twitter square, like, and the online equivalent of a town square, and yell, and maybe some people would listen. Yell long enough, and people would point out, like, hey, that's that crazy guy who comes on every Thursday just to rant about pigeons being spy drones. I don't know why I said that, but birds aren't real. Moving on. So the thing is, like, Elon Musk owns Twitter. Now, when he did purchase it, his promise was to make was to clean out all the crap, was to clean out all the bugs, bots, all of that nonsense. I don't know if it's still going to be a cesspool of Rule 34 artwork and other shit, especially, shall we say, young women entrepreneurs promoting their websites. Yes, but what Elon Musk has essentially said is that he wants to make this, like, he wants to retain free speech, essentially. And now that's a huge promise to make. He wants to be unbiased. But I was listening to Mutaha recently. He's one of the YouTubers that I follow. And I think that my current energy is probably because I just watched a Mutaha video before I hopped on here. That's possibly it. But I don't know. Like, I don't know. This seems cool. Let's keep going. Anyway, so in the video, Mutaha brings up quite a few points as to the possibilities of why Elon Musk has purchased this. Okay? Now, you need to remember that Elon Musk has several times manipulated stock prices just by tweeting. Okay, the last time he did this was when he tweeted about Dogecoin, something about Tesla accepting Dogecoin, and then like Doge, and the stonks went up, dude. He also did this for, I think, what was it? What's that GameStop? Yeah, GameStop, literally GameStop stock, right? And all of these times, whenever Elon Musk got involved, there has been an amazing price soaring thing that has happened. Essentially, Elon Musk tweets and his simps eat it up. Okay? So, bearing that in mind, considering the fact that, like, announcements on Twitter have a very real impact on the financial world, Mutaha makes a very valid point, saying that it's possible that he might be just using this to get more knowledge and insight into the algorithm of Twitter, and to finding out how things get trending, how things go viral. And if that's the case, Elon Musk now has the capability to decide what's happening. I guess. I don't know how the algorithm works, but yeah, that's a real concern. Now, the other thing is that for those of you who do not know what's happening, there was this trial about this particular personality called Ghislaine Maxwell. She was convicted of child trafficking along with Jeffrey Epstein. She was supposed to be one of the middle peoples that traded people of a younger age and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's a very uncomfortable subject, but we're just gonna have to lay it all out there, like, completely. Yeah, just like go completely fucking nude. So, Yeah, so what I'm saying essentially is that Ghislaine Maxwell and Elon Musk have pictures together. Now, for some weird reason, and Mutaha talks about this as well. Now, for some weird freaking reason, if the pictures of Elon Musk and Ghislaine Maxwell start disappearing from Twitter and from other sources, then you know this that seems to be kind of like an entire freaking thing happening. You kind of get the agenda. But apart from that, it sounds like Elon buying another freaking company. This, I don't know, man. Like, this guy, he's one of those dudes, and I'm not simping, I'm just looking at his past freaking history. Everything that he's touched has turned to gold. What the hell? He's been selling caps and flamethrowers. I don't know if that's accurate, but I remember the flamethrower thing. And then he's been drilling holes, and now he's shooting cars up into space. What? Like, seriously? Man. Sheesh. Anyway, yeah, so I don't mean to come off as a bit of an Elon simp. I'm not. I'm just amazed at the kind of things that he's achieved. And honestly, there's the entire discussion about whether a person should have the ability to influence this much. $45 billion. I know a lot of people are going to come out and say, oh, $45 billion. He could have used it to end world hunger. He could have used it to help people around the world. I say, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm going to say? Shut the fuck up, dude. Okay? For now, that's his personal property, and you can't tell him what to do with it. Okay? That's my current position on this. Alright? Maybe we should hold billionaires to higher standards. Maybe tax them a little more. I don't know. Like, that's a possibility. But yeah, like, my argument is not pre-dedicated on the fact that eventually I become a billionaire someday. I just want to understand. Okay, I'm just gonna, like, this is a small detour. Okay, this is a small bifurcation from the topic that we've spoken about for the past couple of minutes. There's this thing called the Pareto principle. It's also called the Matthew principle. Now, people generally assume that everything is normally distributed. It isn't. Okay, some things, well, actually, most things, including things like the mass of stars and the amount of people that are productive in a particular company, as well as the things that give most results, all of these are governed by the Matthew or the Pareto principle. Okay, essentially, a small number of things drive the highest number of results, or a small number of people get the maximum amount of everything. Let me just explain it. To those that have everything, more will be given. From those that have nothing, everything will be taken away. So that's the Matthew principle, right? See, the point I'm trying to make is that wealth redistribution is a very tricky subject, all right? And there are two ends that we know about. On one end, there's forced redistribution, there's forced equality, there's forced equality of outcome. And on the other side, we have, ideally, I'm all for equality of opportunity. You open up opportunity to everybody, and that's how we work towards an area like, a meritocracy. People who are qualified and who deserve their particular job get it. It's far from what's the current situation, where... But yeah, this would be ideal. People who are qualified, interested, and actually can do something that they want to are placed in the ideal positions. Yeah, this is utopia, but like, I like to dream, man. Okay, but like, the point I'm trying to say is that, we have two extreme ends, and we need to find like a middle ground. On one side, you have, socialist/communist things where there's forced wealth redistribution, and we know how that ends in the deaths of hundreds of millions of people. All right, and any socialist who just comes out and says, "Oh, but that's not true socialism," probably means that if they were the benevolent dictator handling everything, then hundreds of millions of people wouldn't have died. Okay, but essentially I'm not trying to shit on socialism. It's just that socialism has failed. Not socialism. Communism has failed so many damn times, and it's taken the lives of hundreds of millions of people. Okay. Oh, God, this is. I used to be like left leaning, extremely left leaning. I'm just gonna have to say it. At one point of time, I was the guy who said, "Oh, that's not true socialism. A true socialistic experiment hasn't ever been tried." I used to make those arguments, and I know what I used to mean when I said that. Alright? Maybe if we had better people who were the benevolent dictators, maybe this wouldn't have been so fucked up. Yeah, sorry about that. I got a little animated for a second and I got really serious. Now, the thing is, I'm not saying that like completely free market thing is the way to go, because if there aren't decent freaking laws in place to protect the consumer, you'll end up with people like you'll end up with companies like Nestle, who indirectly have ended up killing a huge amount of people through their Nestle baby formula in Africa. If you want to read about that, just let me know in the comments and I will do an entire thing. But this was the thing. There's a documentary called The Baby Killer. There's a book called The Baby Killer, and it details how Nestle's aggressive marketing tactics essentially led to the death of millions of, not millions, thousands of children in Africa. I'm just going to give you a brief thing because I've spoken about it. Essentially, what they did was they disguised marketing executives as nurses and they sent them to hospitals. And what immediately after birth, they were offered like a free trial of Nestle's baby formula. Now, the thing is about breast milk is that if the child isn't drinking milk on a daily basis, if you're not milking, if you're not using their mommy milkers on a daily basis, they will stop producing milk, right? There's a particular time frame where if you don't use the natural breast milk, it dries up. Now, what Nestle did was they calculated and they gave them enough of free samples for this to happen. Okay, that is, the milk dried up and they were dependent on Nestle baby formula. What happened after this was that Nestle's baby formula was too fucking expensive for the people of Africa and the African continent across various countries. And secondly, like the most important thing is that the hygiene conditions and the water quality required for this were definitely not up to standard. And three, since point number one, things were too expensive, what these young mothers did, who now lost their free source of food for their child and have to freaking be dependent on Nestle's entire fucking baby formula, they were forced to ration out the baby powder because it was too fucking expensive, right? They would dilute it more than it had to be, and essentially what happened was malnutrition. And secondly, since they didn't know that these things had to be cleaned you're supposed to have really high standards of cleanliness when using this baby formula, and it's very difficult. It's kind of difficult even in Western countries. All right, you need to be you can't be negligent. It could result in the death of a baby. All right. And this is one of the reasons I slowly weaned myself off of Nestle. I do my best not to consume any Nestle products, all right, including Nestle Maggie, which is a shame because like 2015, up to 2015, I was a huge fan of Maggie. I fucking loved it, but this is the company that killed babies. I can't really do this shit anymore. This is also the company that wants to own all the fucking water, all the rainwater. This is the fucking company, man. They suppose. Yeah, sorry about that. I seem to be on edge today. Perhaps it's because I was gonna make an edging joke, but I can't. This is going on YouTube. There might be children listening to this. Okay, moving on. So that's the thing. Okay, something weird really happens to billionaires. You can't really relate to any fucking billionaire, to be honest, because look, dude. Okay, for my age, for a guy of my age, I can be like, oh, I want to buy Warcraft. And for a person of my financial status, I can be like, maybe I could buy like a couple things, support Blizzard. Like, if I was a huge fanboy, which I'm not anymore because Blizzard has gone to the dogs. Yeah, I could be like, oh, let me buy Frozen Frozen Throne remastered. That might be that's reasonable in my case. But on Bill Gates is like, yeah, let's buy fucking Blizzard, bro. You can't compute, like, these two things are not the same. Billionaires are a different status. I don't understand people who freaking defend billionaires like they're gonna be the next billionaire, and they need to protect their interests just in case they strike the lottery and make it rich. On the other hand, I don't understand this vitriolic fucking hatred for people who just shit on billionaires for the entire thing. They talk about billionaires being, they have so much money, they could end world hunger like that. Okay, and it's this, they're sitting on so much cash, they took all this rice. There's this rice metaphor that's really prevalent on fucking TikTok, and I've seen this meme on Instagram so many times. I'm getting animated again. I'm getting extremely animated again. I think it's the heat. It's really hot and it's getting to me in the room, and I'm sitting here and it's really hot and it's just heating me up and it's heating me, and my scrot is being unsettled. That's the reason. Okay, anyway. I'm I should not watch Mudahar before I get onto the podcast. Definitely. Should not do that. Definitely. Maybe cool my room down as well. Definitely. Okay. Moving on. Regarding billionaires, this is fucking rice analogy that comes up every single time, right? This rice grain represents $1,000. This is how much this person has. This is how much this person has. And this is how much this person has. Now, what these idiots don't fucking understand is that wealth, particularly wealth and stock, most of these billionaires own stock. Alright? They can't liquidate said stock completely, because if they did liquidate said stock, then the prices would crash, because it would show that they've lost confidence in their own product. And suddenly, since they own a huge, vast majority of the stock, that stock becomes worthless. Excuse me. Right? Secondly, wealth is not a zero-sum game. Okay? By which I mean, like, let's take an example. In a transaction, in like stock trading, day trading, that's a zero-sum game, because every time you buy, let's assume like you're buying a share at 100 rupees, right? Someone has to sell you that share. And you're buying that share because you know or you feel in your scrot that the price is going to go up. Now, the person selling it to you knows and feels in their scrot that the price is going to go down, which is why they're selling it. Alright? Now, for somebody to make a profit, the other person has to lose. Get what I'm saying? That's a zero-sum game. So, for example, if the value of this particular stock in the next couple of hours, it goes up by 10 rupees, right? We have $100 and it goes up by $10. All right. What happens essentially is that you, at that point, if you sell it for 110, you have earned 10 rupees, right? And normally the person who sold it to you, because he was expecting it to go down, he sold it to you for 100. Right? That person's lost 10 rupees. So 10 rupees plus 10 rupees minus cancels out. It becomes zero. You get what I'm saying here? That's called a zero-sum game. Basics of game theory, right? Now, not everything is a zero-sum game. And Naval Ravikant says this in his podcast. If you haven't listened to that podcast already, what the fuck are you doing with your life, man? Go listen. If you want to understand the mindset that it takes to get money, to earn money, to become a multi-millionaire, definitely listen to the podcast and put those principles into practice, right? Wealth is not a zero-sum game. As in, Naval sincerely believes that we can create a level of wealth and escalate everybody up, from above the freaking poverty line. We can just escalate everybody out of that, because we can always create new things. That's the thing. Yeah, so basically what I'm trying to say is, just because this rice grain analogy is bullshit, okay? They're not hoarding like huge amounts of fucking cash in their ass to raise money, to get money. They obviously have stock dividends and they have money coming in. I'm not saying they're fucking broke. They have enough money to fund their lifestyle of private jets and extremely expensive cars and brands that you haven't even fucking heard of worth millions of dollars and bullshit like that, right? That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is, if you owned stock, the same stock as Elon Musk, for example, if you had bought Twitter stock a couple of weeks ago, right now you'd be in the fucking green, my dude. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, and just because Elon Musk has purchased a certain amount of shares does not mean you fucking lose out. If you had chosen to sell at this particular point in time, you would be bank. You would have made bank, because in situations like this, Twitter stock should be up. Let me just check. Just for the heck of it, I'm going to check if Twitter stock is up or not. Twitter stock value, and we're going. You know, I believe. I'm not, yeah, see, Twitter's in the fucking green, dude. I knew it. I shouldn't have. Ah, man. Barely a couple of weeks ago, it was at 46.16 USD. Okay, it's gone up 32% in the last month. I feel like an idiot. Okay. I feel like an idiot right now, and I don't feel too good. It's really unsettling my scrot. I missed an amazing investment opportunity. I should have seen this coming. Why am I an idiot? Why? Sorry guys, I think the heat is really getting to me. Anyway, so I don't know why I went on that rant. I think it was something to do with billionaires, but we went on a huge fucking deviant scrot. Anyway, let's get back to the main topic. People's scrots are being unsettled by Elon Musk purchasing Twitter, which is weird, because most of these people are all about free speech, right? People threaten to walk out of Twitter. This isn't the country, dude. Threaten to leave Twitter. What is... Wait. Give me a second. Hold up. So this is something I heard about from Mutahar again. Apparently, like... Twitter. Okay. So... Twitter users looking to leave after Elon Musk deal. What is this? Oh my god. Why? Who is this idiot? What is wrong with you? Why? I don't understand. Oh my god. I don't understand this. Okay, there are certain people complaining about... There are people complaining that Elon... Dude, like, okay. Caveat is that no matter what happens on this earth, people are going to be complaining. The apocalypse could be happening and people could be like, no zombies, 2 stars. Fucking hell, dude. We've gotten way too comfortable. This piece has lasted way too long that idiots are becoming comfortable with bullshit opinions. I don't know why. God damn it, dude. Sorry about that. Okay, I will shut up about that. So anyway, yeah, a bunch of people have gotten their scrotes up in a twist because Elon Musk has purchased Twitter and they want to leave. Alright, these are the same people that, I'm pretty sure that these are the same people that supposedly advocate for free speech and at the same time celebrate every time someone gets cancelled. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this seems like the kind of move that people of their IQ would do, you know? Yeah, that seems kind of thing. Anyway, moving on. That's so to summarize, Elon Musk has purchased tweets. Alright? This means that there's a possibility that our supreme meme overlord is now going to become literally the supreme meme overlord because he can ensure that his tweets go viral. All things said and done, like, you know, you gotta hand it to this guy, man. He said that he would do something and he fucking did it. Although, I kind of find the entire thing kind of sus, considering that, you know, Amber Heard is in court and Elon Musk is supposed to be a character witness for Amber Heard. I find that extremely sus. Okay, this is the second thing that I just wanted to say. Elon Musk wanting to buy Twitter during the time when Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's case is like going on. That's extremely sus, my man. Especially considering the fact that Elon Musk is supposed to be Amber Heard's character witness, which is like, like, why, dude? Why would you do this? This is, you had so much going for you and you had to fuck up. You bloody simp. Sorry, dude. I get a little, yeah. That kind of unsettles my scroll, the kind of shit that Amber Heard has been pulling. Okay, now, if you've been listening to the podcast regularly, you know that I love a good chance to shit on feminism, so here goes, alright? The entire thing about Amber Heard just puts a real damper in this whole believe all women nonsense, right? Yeah, because you believed all women, you believed Amber Heard, and she fucking lied. Yeah, you can't paint yourself as a victim when you are the abuser, alright? And this entire case, now, personally, like, it seems like Johnny has been abused. Mr. Johnny Depp has been abused. Why am I calling him Johnny, dude? He's not my friend. Mr. Depp, right? I'm gonna call Amber Heard la bitch. La bitch. La bitch. The abuser, okay? So she's destroyed his career. This dude's lost a libel case against a freaking newspaper despite having audio evidence. He has audio evidence of being hit, threatened, and made fun of after being hit by Amber Heard. What is this nonsense? What kind of a travesty? Where did this judge get his fucking degree, man? Honestly, yeah? Did he get it at scroteuniversity.com? Seems likely. What the fuck is this grave miscarriage? Now, it sounds like I'm extremely, shall we say, emotionally involved in this. I'm not. I don't have a horse in this fight. I just want justice to prevail, right? But there's this narrative that's been going on for way too fucking long that women are the oppressed. That women are always the victim. And men are these dirty, lying human beings that could become a rapist at like the snap of a fucking finger. Every man is a potential rapist. This is the view that feminism likes to project, all right? And every woman is an angel, and nothing bad has ever been happen has nothing bad that has happened because of a woman. All right? That's everything bad that has happened is all because of men. That's the view that feminism wants to portray. Alright? Now, Mr. Johnny Depp has been abused by a woman. He has lost his career over false allegations that were made about him, about him being an abuser. Okay? He's lost roles now. DC, Warner Bros, like, what the fuck, bro? Fantastic Beast. I haven't watched the first or the second. I'm not gonna do it either. But you can see that this whole Hollywood thing is just like a huge screw twist. I don't know what to think. Alright, so this entire thing started off with the Me Too case, right? During the Me Too wave. I believe that was when Amber Heard accused Johnny Depp of being such a person, of being an abuser. And in audio recordings that were released after that, you can actually hear Amber Heard saying, "Who's gonna believe you? You're a guy and you got abused by me. Who's gonna believe you?" That's the amount of entitlement some women have, dude. Now, of course, when I say all of this, it sounds like I'm an immense man-hating piece of shit. I'm not, okay? Ideally, I still believe there's hope for humanity, that if we can turn this around and that men and women can work together as we were meant to. We were not supposed to be adversarial. We were supposed to be complementary. I believe that in my scrot. I meant to say in my heart. This is getting really old, I'm sorry. Just throwing this out everywhere. Anyway, so Amber Heard accused Mr. Depp of being an abuser, and a particular newspaper in the UK ran an article about Johnny Depp being an abuser, and Johnny Depp sued them for libel and all of that, but he lost that case. And since then, because he lost that case, despite the overwhelming evidence in his freaking favor, I don't understand this. Okay, despite the overwhelming evidence in favor of Johnny, or maybe he was just like he was just like waiting, biding his time. I don't understand. Anyway, so he was blacklisted from pretty much every Hollywood studio. Nobody wants to work with him. He's lost a lot of money, I guess. A multi-millionaire losing money. I guess all the socialists are fucking happy, but I don't know, man. Yeah. Anyway, and at the same time, Amber Heard's been getting what, Aquaman 1, 2 Justice League offers. What the fuck? The fuck? Is this justice? Where are the feminists when you need them, huh? There are no feminists in our house fire. Bill Burr said it right, man. God damn it. When they needed them. But everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. And when the world needed them most, the feminists weren't found. I'm kidding. Feminists. No, I'm not going to make a thing. Anyway, yeah, so that's the thing. This whole thing really unsettled my scrot, and I just got another good opportunity to shit on feminism. Take a nice, stinky dump on them, and I did. Thank you. So I'm gonna stop it here because I've been going on rant after rant after rant. It's possible that listening to Mutaha was not the best idea. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, I had fun. This was a very passionate episode. Yeah, so I will see you next week. You take care, and hopefully we will have Leo back, unless he can't come back out of the dungeon. But nobody said anything. Okay. So anyway, we are gonna go. Thank you for listening. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about the things that I said. I will try to leave a link in the description to anything that I've spoken about. But yeah, thanks. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye. Unsettling my scrub.